Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Hey, what are you doing here? Hey guys, it's Mackenzie from Girl Loves Glam. I decided I'd better hang out in the appropriate place too when you're talking about shampoo, and that's the tub. So today I am answering all of your questions that you guys have asked about shampoo and conditioner. We'll just dive right in. Oh, no pun intended. And I'm just gonna answer some of the questions that I've been asked about how often you should be washing your hair, what kinds of shampoo and conditioner are best for different types of hair, all sorts of stuff. So one of the first things I wanted to address was salon brands versus more inexpensive brands that you can find at Walmart or wherever. So first and foremost, I want to say if you ever find typically a brand that would be at a salon, a professional brand, and you see it at your grocery store or whatever it is, but it's not at a salon in Walmart or wherever it is, if it's on the shelves, do not buy it. 90% of the time that's actually going to be something that's come from the black market, and it's not actually going to be what would typically be in those bottles. If you're gonna buy a salon brand, buy it from a professional, buy it from a salon. If you're gonna buy another brand that is not a professional brand, go ahead and buy it off those shelves. That's fine, that's where they're supposed to be, but don't buy the salon brands off of those shelves. Just your little announcement there. Okay, so salon brands versus inexpensive brands. I grew up always using Suave, Pantene, whatever it is, Dove. I just picked up a few as examples. Once I got to beauty school, and once I got to high school, I started using Matrix and fell in love with their like sleek line because it was great for my naturally curly hair. Once I was at beauty school, I went to Paul Mitchell Beauty School, and so I got hooked on all sorts of Paul Mitchell products, and then I learned a lot about other salon brands and stuff once I was at the salon. But I have to tell you, when it comes to salon professional brands versus the more inexpensive brands, there is a difference in quality for a lot of them, but there are some more inexpensive brands out there that do kind of rival salon brands. The main thing is that you just need to look at what they are claiming that they are good at, and then just kind of try it out for yourselves. I normally am not like a big fan of Pantene for shampoo and conditioners. I tried out some of their products, some of their other, like not shampoo and conditioner, I tried some of their other products out that are good for, this was the heat shield stuff. And I put a lot of heat on my hair and thought, I'll try it. And I was impressed with that. I tried the conditioner just to see. Typically I don't use Pantene though. I know a lot of people swear by Pantene, but it actually will coat your hair in a film of wax. So it makes your hair look good, but just be aware that that does happen with Pantene. Then I tried the Suave Sleek line for the first time one time when I stayed at a friend's house. I had forgotten my own shampoo and conditioner. She had this in her shower. I tried the Sleek ones, and you guys, they were exactly like the Matrix stuff that I think it even says on here. Yeah, to smooth as well as Matrix. It smelled just like it, and anyway, I felt like it made my hair just as smooth as the Matrix ones did. Now, does it have all the same products in it? Is it all the same ingredients? I don't know. I didn't look into that, but if you need that, these ones were great. Obviously, I haven't tried every single inexpensive brand or professional brand out there to know all of the good ones or all the bad ones, but these are just a few of my tips and my pointers. I have noticed though, when you do buy an inexpensive brand, it's not going to last you as long as a good quality salon brand like the Biolage, the Paul Mitchell, Matrix, I mean, Redken, any of those. They are just made usually with like a lot higher quality ingredients. They last a lot longer, and it does typically pay off to spend a little bit more on your shampoo and conditioner. Something that you do have to realize is your shampoo and conditioner is basically the base of what you're building on with your hair. So it is important to find a shampoo and conditioner that's good for your type of hair. So there are all sorts of obviously, like we all have different types of hair, but so if you have like a naturally curly hair, maybe try something, and you want it to be sleek, I should say that. If you want your hair to be straight and your hair is naturally curly or wavy, try something that says that it will smooth or sleek or whatever those, catchwords are. You can try one of those and see what ones there are. There are tons and tons out there made by every brand out there. Try them and see what you like. I highly recommend the Matrix. If you have dry hair, it's important to use a moisturizing shampoo. There are some that have the word, like this one is, so it says dry oil. So, but it says for dull or dry hair. So it does let you know that, but it's not always going to just come out and say like moisture necessarily. So if you do have dry hair, try and stick with your moisture shampoos. I know a lot of times people with dry hair will think, oh, my hair's so brittle, and so they'll go with one that says like strengthening. Paul Mitchell has a great one that's a strength one. Something that you do need to know about those shampoos and conditioners, the strengthening ones have a lot of protein in them to try to strengthen up your hair. Don't use that one every single day or every time you wash even. Use that one, try using that one, maybe use that one half the time, because what will happen is the protein molecules will connect to each other, and then they'll actually work just like a split end would, and they'll make little beads almost. You can't see them necessarily or feel them, but they will just kind of attach, and then they can break off your hair. So it is strengthening, but if you get too much, then it can kind of counteract what you're trying to do. So if you have a strengthening, and not that strengthening shampoos and conditioners are bad, I love them, just don't use them every time you wash your hair. There's also what's called clarifying shampoos and conditioners. Those would be used if you have a lot of buildup on your hair. They're great for like at the end of the summer or even throughout the summer if you go swimming a lot. Those are the type of things that are used to get a chemical out or get all the buildup out. Although be careful, if your hair has been colored, clarifying shampoos aren't the best necessarily to use on colored hair, because it can sometimes strip that color. Just if it's a tea tree shampoo and conditioner, that can also strip color. So just be careful with it. But if you are swimming and your hair is colored anyway, it is that chlorine's kind of stripping it anyway. So it is healthier to use a good shampoo after swimming than it is to leave the chlorine on. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation there. But you don't necessarily have to use a clarifying shampoo after you've gone swimming every time. It's just good to maybe just get a small container of it and use a clarifying shampoo after your kid's done swimming lesson for 6 weeks or something. It's not something that you would use even on a weekly basis. It's something more like every other month, or it's more of an occasion to use that. And speaking of color, so there are shampoos and conditioners out there for color treated hair, and those are great. Those are really good to use, obviously, if your hair's been colored, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're the only shampoo and conditioner out there for color treated hair. a lot, like the moisturizing is great. Pretty much every shampoo and conditioner out there is going to be safe for shampoo or for color treated hair, but you just have to make sure not to get clarifying or like a tea tree. But tea tree shampoos and conditioners are fabulous if you have like a dry scalp, if you have dandruff, if you have, it's a lot of scalp stuff. So I know a lot of men will use shampoo and conditioner that has tea tree in it because obviously you can see their scalp a lot more often. That helps fight off a lot of that, helps take care of your scalp. It tingles, it feels great. So if you have those problems, tea tree is where it's at, and that is a great option for you to use. Another question that I had was how often you should be washing your hair. And I mean, before you start judging the people that think, oh, how often do I need to wash my hair? I don't wash my hair that often, actually. And it's actually not that safe. It's not that, oh, I shouldn't say safe. It's not that healthy to wash your hair every day. Your hair it is great for it to have a little break because there are sulfates in shampoo and it does tend to dry out your hair. It's healthy to give it some time off. Not only that, but when your hair gets wet, then you're putting it through, blow drying, flat ironing, curling iron, all of those heat tools after your hair has been dried. But if you can make your hair last a little longer, that's gonna be better for it. And just use some dry shampoo in between and maybe a little baby oil, or not baby oil, baby powder, and make your hair last a little longer. If your hair is like pretty oily and you just have a hard time and you can't do it, try just doing it every other day, like maximum. And obviously like little kids, maybe different or something if they're getting dirt in their hair, whatever it is. Obviously use common sense when it comes to hygiene. But for me, I wash my hair every probably 4 days. Sometimes I do tend to go longer a lot of times, but I also have very dry hair. How I make it work, I will straighten my hair the first day, then I'll usually wear it straight for that first day and then maybe even the second day. Then I'll curl it and the curls will last. They're obviously will start to relax, or I may touch them up a little bit, but I'm usually able to get away with about 3 days of that, and then maybe I'll pull my hair up. So I'll get 4, maybe 5 days in between washing my hair, and I feel like my hair is so much healthier. Just find yourself a good dry shampoo. I highly recommend Suave, and that's not even a Salon brand, but I love their dry shampoo, and it's inexpensive and it does the job. But I would use that in between, and that helps keep your hair healthy. And then obviously you're not spending all of your money on shampoos and conditioners and then going through them so much. So these last me a long time because I don't wash my hair super often. Obviously I shower every day, so just because you're not washing your hair, make sure you wash your body. Hygiene does not go out the window for the sake of hair. Another question that I had was, should you use conditioner every wash or once a week? And here's my answer for you. Conditioner's very important. Shampoo tends to dry out your hair regardless of what kind of shampoo it is. Think about, especially during the winter, when you are washing your hands a bunch and then it's dry outside and your hands start to crack. Well, washing your hair without using conditioner afterwards is like washing your hands a bunch of times and not putting lotion on to help it. Your hair needs the conditioner every time. If you tend to have oily hair or something, then maybe try using a tea tree, or try using a different conditioner out there that is going to be okay for your hair, but your hair needs that moisture and it needs the conditioner. I also recommend using a hair mask. I only wash my hair not as often. I use a hair mask every time I shower, or not every time I shower, but every time I wash my hair, I use a hair mask. But you could use a hair mask even just once a month or once a week or whatever it is. They're great. You can also get those Target, Walmart. You can get those at the salons. They're all sorts of hair masks, but it's basically just like an extra thick conditioner that I would use after I shampoo, conditioner. I'll put the hair mask in, and then I usually like wash my body, shave, all of that while it's still in, and then I rinse it out before I get out of the shower. But those are great. But yes, you do need to use conditioner every single time you wash your hair. But I think that's about all of the questions that I had asked about shampoo and conditioner. If you have any other questions, if you have recommendations of your favorite shampoo and conditioner, please leave a comment. Tell us what type of hair you have, and tell us what your favorite shampoo and conditioner is for your hair type. And make sure to check out my blog at girllovesglam.com, and make sure to subscribe to my channel down there too. So I hope to see you next time. See ya.